Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الأمين المختار الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, I be blessed with the company of Ashikani Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam and such a lovely and passionate host. He is not only Bahadur by his name, but he is Bahadur by his nature as well. And when Fakir becomes Bahadur, nothing is impossible.
Thanks for the compliment.
So, since last 2 days, I've been watching his passion in this age. So, I think the youth need to take a leaf out of his book and lesson out of his life, how to be passionate about something. And he's thinking that me alone, how far I can go. I said, you're not alone. We are all with you, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, we will carry this mantle, inshallah. So let's pray with passion and muhabbat. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. Please repeat after me. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. MashaAllah, that is beautiful. You are reciting it very nicely. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Now I'm going to pray and make you pray on the Durood Sharif, which has amazing benefits. Of course, whichever Durood Sharif you pray is beneficial, but there are certain Durood Sharifs which have got special benefits, and this is one of them. The benefit of this Durood Sharif is, if a person prays this Durood Sharif once in the morning and once in the evening, he gets the sawab of praying Durood Sharif round the clock. Is it not amazing? It doesn't mean that we don't pray Durood Sharif at all the time. We have to, but the benefit is like this. I'll explain it to you. Some people might think, then why should we pray Durood Sharif all the time? We can get the sawab of Durood Sharif praying 24/7. It's just like that, just the similarity the situation I'm telling you. If a person looks at his parents' face with muhabbat, with love, with affection, with respect, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards him with the thawab of a maqbool hajj. Maqbool hajj. Does that mean that if a person upon whom Hajj is fard does not go in performance? No. Sawab, getting sawab is different, and actually performing something is different. So we do both things, right? Take the benefit of Allah, mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and when it is time to hard work, we work hard. we don't work hardly, we work hard. Words are the same, but the order changes and the situation changes. So let's pray this Durood Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi awwali kalamina. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi awsati kalamina. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi akhiri kalamina. Now all the words are same, only 3 words are different. So I will not proceed further until you memorize this. So that at least one thing we learn. And then we take something home, right, from this mehfil, that we remember that you made us pray this Durood Sharif and gave us the gift of Durood Sharif, which we can preserve and treasure for the rest of the life. So this mehfil becomes memorable, inshallah. The first part of this Durood Sharif, first part, in all 3 lines is similar and everybody knows it. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin. Come on, say. Don't you already know it? Everybody knows. Say again. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin. Say again. The next part is fi awwali kalamina. So there are 3 lines. First line includes awwal, then awsat, then akhir. Awwal means first, awwal means middle, awsat means middle, akhir means the last. Fi awwali kalamina. Come on. Then again, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi awsati kalamina. And then Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi akhiri kalamina. Will you pray it now without me prompting you? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi awwali kalamina. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi awsati kalamina. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin fi akhiri kalamina. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So we began with learning something. So this is another blessing. This is another blessing. In any mehfil, if you don't learn something and just enjoy and go, yes, you will get the sawab of participation, yeah? But what you take home? What changes we think about in our life, day-to-day life? How we adapt ourselves to both deen and dunya at the same time. And in that connection, in that background, I have recited one ayat of Quran in part, and inshallah I'm going to talk about it as much as I can, along with Nashiris, because I know you are passionate about Nabi Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So let's begin with Qasida Burda Sharif. That is my practice. Okay? Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Mawlaya salli wa sallim daiman abadan ala habibika khairil khalqi kullihim. Mawlaya salli wa sallim daiman abadan ala habibika khairil khalqi kullihim. Mawlaya salli wa دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين. محمد سيد الكونين الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم نبينا الأمير الناهي فلا أحد نبينا الأمير الناهي فلا أحد أبر في قولنا منه ولا نعمي مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأهوال مقتحم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه वसल्लम। सारे आलम में नबी की ज़ात प्रेसिडेंट है, नबी की ज़ात प्रेसिडेंट है, इसलिए उनसे ताल्लुक़ दिल का परमानेंट है, इसलिए उनसे ताल्लुक़ दिल का परमानेंट है। किंग है वो अहले दिल का दो जहां में दोस्तों, किंग है वो अहले दिल का दो जहां में दोस्तों। सरवरे आलम के दर का जो कोई सरवंत है, सरवरे आलम के दर का जो कोई सरवंत है। गीत गाते हैं शहीद दोनों मका के हर जगह, गीत गाते हैं शहीद दोनों मका के हर जगह। आशिकों से उनके रोशन सारा कॉन्टिनेंट है, आशिकों से उनके रोशन सारा कॉन्टिनेंट है। नूर की बरसात होती है वहाँ चारों पहर, नूर की बरसात होती है वहाँ चारों पहर। सरवरे कौनैन का दरबार एक्सीलेंट है, सरवरे कौनैन का दरबार बोलो, सरवरे कौनैन का दरबार एक्सीलेंट है। इलाज उसका यही पैमान कर लेकर चलो, है इलाज उसका यही पैमान कर लेकर चलो। दिल शही कोनों मका के इश्क का पेशेंट है, दिल शही कोनों मका के इश्क का पेशेंट है। थाम लो दामन नबी का चाहते हो गर न जा, थाम लो दामन नबी का चाहते हो गर न जा। वरना महशर में तुम्हारा होना एक्सीडेंट है, वरना महशर में तुम्हारा होना एक्सीडेंट है। काश मिल जाए सनद इसको शे कौनैन से, काश मिल जाए सनद हमको शे कौनैन से। आप फरमाते कि सरवर आपका सरवंत है मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदा अला हबीबी खैरिल खल्क़िल्लाह मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदा अला हबीबी खैरिल खल्क़िल्लाह मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफा बल्लिग मक़ासिदना या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफा बल्लिग मक़ासिदना या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफा बल्लिग मक़ासिदना वग़फिर लना ما مضى واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. So Maulana Abdullah Sahab was talking about the schools we run. One of the traditions that we have set is in the morning when the school begins with assembly, compulsorily every student prays Qasida Al-Bashri. And the school, you can echoes with Qasida Al-Bashri. Why we do this? See, sometimes we read about certain things that somebody did this and it happened. Like his difficulties were solved, his problems were solved. You read in books. But sometimes when it happens to you, it just itches in your mind, in your heart, and then you keep doing it. It has happened to me in Medina Munawwara. I learned this art of praying Qasida al-Bashri study from the Arabs of Medina Munawwara. In India, before the advent of Significance of Islam, nobody used to know what is Qasida al-Bashri. Today, Bacha is praying Qasida al-Bashri. This is how, when we have sincere, united efforts, one man hitting century doesn't mean that's necessarily his team is going to win. But if everybody chips in with small things, the team wins. And that gives you better satisfaction than your own century. So if my performance is good and the team is not performing, that is not going to help. So we are people of individual brilliance. We have brilliant people with us. But that is individual brilliance. And that has also done so much work that one individual can write 1,200 books single-handedly. But we couldn't carry on from there. Many ulama did lots of things, but the support they deserve from public, that we don't spend much time. We don't sacrifice our time. That's ulama are doing their job, but we're not giving time. And what they require from us is our time. If we don't dedicate our time, there is one. I've made one sentence in Urdu, if you understand it. अगर आप दीन के लिए वक्त नहीं निकालोगे, तो वक्त आपको निकालेगा. अगर आप दीन के लिए वक्त नहीं निकालोगे, तो वक्त आपको निकालेगा. यही तो हो रहा है कि लोगों की समझ से हमारे चार हो रहा है. हम ये वक्त नहीं लोगों ने निकाल दिया. अब हम इधर उधर छोटा कुछ, चलो ठीक है. Still, it is never too late. It is never too late. We can still do it. So I can read something out from the book of my life. Once I was on Hajj, Alhamdulillah, for Tahdis and Nemat, I tell you that I have been blessed with performing Hajj 15 times. And I conduct Hajj training camps all over India when the Hajj season comes. So I conduct camps for 2 days, full day there is camp, the next day full day again there is camp, and practically how to perform Hajj with the model of Kaaba and the slides and everything, we do that. Before Sunni Dawat Islami, this was not the case in India. Maybe it was elsewhere, but in India, we did not see anybody explaining to the people who are going to perform Hajj how to pray Labbaik, how to do Tawaf, what are the farais of Tawaf, what are the farais of Hajj, how to perform Umrah, what are the adab of Medina. So that we are trying to do practically, teaching. You will see our begin wearing ihram to show them how to put on ihram. There are many misconceptions about the restrictions during the ihram, and we need to clarify those things, and then otherwise people go or people commit mistakes and then call us. Ab kya kura? And when we conducted the seminars or the camps, they were busy in eating dawats. So you can have dawats later on as well. Spend 1 day, spend 2 days for learning what is Hajj and how to perform Hajj. So once I was performing Hajj, and in those days we used to stay there for 40 days. Nowadays people go, just do Hajj, complete the Hajj for 5 days, go to Medina, couple of days, come back. Such is the influence of dunya on us. Such is the influence of dunya. In older days, people used to take kafan with them. I'm going. If I come back, that's fine. If I don't, I'll remain in Medina, or Makkah, wherever Allah takes me. Right? But today we are certain. We have got to start some project. We say, "Abhi Hajj ko jaate ke aata hu." Then we'll start this project. Mentality has changed. Everything is in mind. Everything is in mind. And remember one more sentence I'll give you today in Urdu. I hope you understand it. छोटी सोच और पैर की मोच इंसान को आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती. Think big. बड़ी सोच रखो. Have broad mind. That doesn't mean that you compromise with your aqidah. Don't mean that. But otherwise, be positive about things. Instead of talking what people are not doing, do what you can. Why waste time in discussing what people are not doing? That is the waste of time again. That's a crime. So we are no less a criminal of wasting our own time. So instead of that, do what we can. So let's go back to Medina. So after performing Hajj, I went to Medina and I had the intention in my heart that whenever I get time and opportunity in Masjid al-Nabawi Sharif, I will sit and pray full Qasida Burda in the Bargah of Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Alhamdulillah, with that intention, once I went in Masjid al-Nabawi Sharif and I got the opportunity to sit at Ashab al-Sufa. And when you sit on Ashab al-Sufa, you can see the roza of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in front of him. So Kaaba bhi samne hai, Kaaba ka Kaaba bhi samne hai. So no one can turn you back. No one can turn you back. Once he was objecting to me that I was raising my hands in front of the Baaghe of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I never discuss and debate with them there because that is the Baaghe of adab, respect. So don't debate there. But I took him outside and I said, why are you trying to turn me back towards Qibla? He said, Qibla, dua, ila Qibla. I said, Qibla is necessary for namaz, not for dua. Qibla is shart for salah, not for dua. You prove that Qibla is necessary for dua. Where is it written? You see, I said, don't you know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam after Salatul Fajr and after Salatul Asr, he used to turn his back towards Qibla and sit facing towards Muqtadis and then used to make dua. So then where is the Qibla? Okay, if you don't know that, when the Imam is on the pulpit, on the mimbar, and in khutbah, he is making dua. Allahumma a'izzil Islam wal Muslimin. Allahumma ansur al-Islam wal Muslimin. Allahumma a'izzil Islam wal Muslimin. Where is he facing? Where is the Imam facing? Does he turn back and then say, Allahumma a'izzil Islam wal Muslimin? It does not. It does not. So we should know what to say. He had no answers to it. He just went on. He had no answer to that. And he can't. This is where we should know our aqidah, our beliefs, our amal, sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this will not happen until we dedicate our time. Dedicate our time. Not necessarily 5 hours, 3 hours. Even if we can spend 15 minutes daily and learn one masla a day, you can learn 365 in a year. It's that easy. But we don't have time. Don't waste your time. Otherwise, you will be asked on the day of judgment, where did you spend your time? And that will be very difficult to answer. You can't claim that I don't know. I don't know. Talabul ilm faridatun ala kulli muslimin wa muslima. Ilm deen ka hasil karna har Musliman mard aur aurat farz hai. Now, everybody can become a complete alim. Then which ilm is this? The amount of ilm which saves your aqidah and the amount of ilm which corrects your ibadah. This much is compulsory on every Muslim. And at least this much we are trying to do. Everybody can't go to Darul Uloom and become a complete alim, but at least this much we should know. When we are talking to Allah, do you talk to Allah? We do. When we pray namaz, we are talking to Allah. We don't know what we are talking. What will we get? If you are talking to me in your language Zulu, will I understand? No. Allah knows everything. It's not example fitting on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I'm just trying to make you understand that if I don't know what I am talking, you give me in writing, this is Zulu, okay? And you talk. Will I be able to communicate with you? I'm just reading it out. I'm not communicating. We are just reading Surah Fatiha. We are not communicating. Because we don't know what it is. And that is why we don't get any sukoon in namaz. Somebody said, agar aapko namaz mein sukoon nahi milta, listen. अगर आपको नमाज में सुकून नहीं मिलता तो नमाज सुकून से पढ़ा करो. If you don't get peace in namaz, then pray namaz peacefully. Don't rush through. I sometimes wonder and surprised I am that I can't barely finish my Surah Fatiha and he is standing for second rakat. What we are doing? What are we doing? We have to correct ourselves. We have to correct ourselves. Otherwise, we don't deserve. Allah is still merciful. He is still giving us. But do we deserve that? We don't. Make yourself deserve. Then see the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I sat on Ashab al-Sufa and started praying Qasida Burda. Alhamdulillah. It took me complete an hour and a half, 1 hour 30 minutes to completely finish it. When I finished it, completed it, then I raised my hands in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Bahadur Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when Hazrat Imam Shafruddin Bosiri rahmatullahi ta'ala, who is the composer of Qasida Burda Sharif, and that is another story, why he wrote Qasida Burda Sharif. When he wrote it, and he fell ill, and you came into his dream, and then you got your blessed hand on his body. He was totally paralyzed. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam rubbed his hand over his body, and he became cured. Alhamdulillah. He got shifa. And in the stage of dream, Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam rewarded him with his chadar sharif. And chadar in Arabic is known as burda. That's why it is called Qasidatul Burda. When he woke up, he found the chadar by his bed. Alhamdulillah. So Imam Sharfuddin Busiri rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. So I said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, you rewarded Hazrat Imam Sharfuddin Busiri rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi with your chadar sharif and shifa. Now I don't ask for anything. Whatever you give me. Whatever you give me. ये क्यों कहूँ मुझको ये अता हो वो अता हो वो दो के हमेशा मेरे घर भर खबर हो. And imagine something happened. Something happened there instantly. One person from nowhere, I don't know from where he came, he had a loaf of bread in his hand, a piece of bread in his hand, roti, and he directly came to me and placed the roti in my lap. And he went away. I couldn't understand why did he choose me. And then I realized this is the barakat of Qasida Burda Sharif. So I said Bismillah, prayed Bismillah, and I ate it, and I felt fulfilled, Alhamdulillah. When you get something from some barga, and it's barga of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so you become greedy. So I said next day I'll again go. I'll go again. I'll pray again. And the next day when I went, I was fortunate enough to get some space near Riyazul Jannah. So I sat there and I prayed Qasida Burda again. I prayed it again. And then, when I finished it, I was very thirsty. I was feeling so thirsty. So I needed some water. Suddenly, somebody from behind me, he came with Zamzam in his hands. And he said, this is for you, ये आपके लिए. Allah Allah, तू शम्मे रिसालत है, आलम तेरा कुर्बाना, तू माहे नबूवत है, ए जलवे जानाना, सरशार मुझे कर दे, एक जामे लबालब से, ताहश रहे साथी आबादी महफूज. So I drank that Zamzam and thanked Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Third day again I went. I said, "Huzur, फिर पढ़ूंगा मैं." And again I prayed the Qasida Burda, again full Qasida Burda Sharif. And when I finished, I said, "Ya Rasulullah, फिर आप जो भी अता फरमा दें." And I was returning to my hotel. And Masjid al-Nabi Sharif was, in those days, Masjid al-Nabi Sharif used to be closed after Isha. And then they used to do cleaning and all. Nowadays it is not like that, it's open 24/7, but in those days it used to be closed for. After Isha they used to close it and by Tahajjud they used to open it. So they used to send everybody out, Yalla, Yalla, Bukra inshallah, Mafi Allah, Nazafa, Nazafa, Yalla, Yalla, Ro, Yalla, Barwa. So they kept saying that. And suddenly I saw a Huzur with Nurani face. He was sitting near Baba Bilal. You know where Baba Bilal is? If you don't know, go and find out, inshallah. And that's the place where I tell you, the makan, near that, the makan of Hazrat Sayyidina Abu Ayyub Ansari radiallahu ta'ala anhu was there. Which is now not existing in its original state, but it is been demolished and then been included in Masjid al-Nabi Sharif. That's the makan in which when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated from Makkah to Medina, Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam stayed in that makan. That is another story. So if you come with me and perform Umrah or Hajj, inshallah, I'll explain it to you, inshallah. Allah हमें वो दिन दिखाए, इलाही हमको दिखला दे, मदीना कैसी बस्ती है, जहाँ पर रात दिन मौला तेरी रहमत बरसती है. Or you can go on YouTube on SBI channel, subscribe it, SBI channel, and we've got those camps uploaded already. And I have those clips of important places to be visited in Makkah al-Mukarramah and Madinah al-Munawwarah. Those places which I have seen, nowadays those places are not existing, but I have tried to cover as many as possible, and you will see me explaining those places in the video, so you can find out which place is there, inshallah. So some Buzurg was sitting there. I said, Assalamu alaikum. And he said, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And then he looked up to me pointed his finger towards me, and then he said, Allah tujhe jazaye khair de. Allah tujhe, 3 times he said, Allah tujhe jazaye khair de. Allah tujhe jazaye khair de. And then again lowered his gaze and started praying something. And then I don't know where he went and who was he, I don't know. So 3 days consecutively I got blessed with the blessings of Qasida Burda Sharif. Since then, if I have any kind of difficulty, I pray this. At least these 3 ashar which I pray. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala solves all my problems. So don't go away. Just come to Bargah Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu alayhi wa बस तू ही लायक है, तू ही सबका मालिक है, तू ही सबका खालिक है। सारे जहां में इबादत के एक बस तू ही लायक है। तेरे आगे सर ये झुके तुझसे ही मांगे बंदे तेरे, पढ़ते रहे बस कलमा तेरा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह फी क़ल्बी ग़ैरुल्लाह नूर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा आमन्ना बिरसूलिल्लाह। कलियां कलमा पढ़ती है, बुलबुल कलमा पढ़ती है, कुरान कहता है हर शय जिक्र खुदा का करती है। कलियां कलमा पढ़ती है, बुलबुल कलमा पढ़ती है, कुरान कहता है हर शय जिक्र खुदा का करती है। और मलक और जिन्न बशर संग शजर और शम्स कमर करते हैं सब वस्फ तेरा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह मा फी क़ल्बी ग़ैरुल्लाह नूर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला सल्लल्लाहु आमन्ना बिरसूलिल्लाह। बख्श हमारे जुल्मों को, बख्श दे सारी खताओं को, सहवन कसदन कर बैठे हम जितने भी गुनाहों को। बख्श हमारे जुल्मों को, बख्श दे सारी खताओं को, सहवन कसदन कर बैठे हम जितने भी गुनाहों को। तुझसे तौबा करते हैं, फिर लिख पढ़ते हैं, करते हैं फिर फिक्र तेरा। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह माफी क़ल्बी गैरुल्लाह नूर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह आमन्ना बिरसूलिल्लाह। दीद शिफा बीमारों को, बेबस और बेचारों को, दर्द घनी मकरूज़ों को, गुर्बत के सब मारों को। दीद शिफा बीमारों को, बेबस और बेचारों को, दर्द घनी मकरूज़ों को, गुर्बत के सब मारों को। सब पर या रब कर दे करम, सबका रख ले आज भरम। जो पढ़ते हैं कलमा तेरा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह माफी क़ल्बी गैरुल्लाह नूर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह आमन्ना बिरसूलिल्लाह। आपके आने से नूर की तंगई चादर चार सो पूरो विद्वान मुस्तफा मुजतबा शाही कौनो मुस्तफा मुजतबा शाही कौनो रब की सरकार जब हो गए रूबरू फिर खुदा ने कहा मेरे महबूब के रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, ओ रसूलों के रसूल अल्लाह, ओ बीबी आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, बीबी आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, 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 जिसने आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, जिसने आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, पढ़ो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, पढ़ो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। Beloved Aqa sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to his companions, मैंने आका अलैहिस्सलाम ने सहाबे किराम से फरमाया, ए मेरे सहाबा अपना ईमान ताज़ा किया करो, refresh your iman. Do you find a refresh button on the computer screen? Right click, right? So before you work on the computer, you just right click and refresh your computer, so it starts functioning very well, right? Huzur says refresh your iman, refresh your iman. Come on, let the subhanallah keep coming. Refresh your iman. Sahaba Ikram asked, Ya Rasulullah, what do you say? Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, how to refresh our iman? So Huzur alayhi salatu taslim said, keep praying La ilaha illallah as much as you can. Your heart will be refreshed, your iman will be refreshed. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. खुदा माफ करेगा तमाम उसके गुनाह, खुदा माफ करेगा तमाम उसके गुनाह, खुदा माफ करेगा तमाम उसके गुनाह। पढ़े जो सुबह मसा मॉर्निंग एंड इवनिंग, पढ़े जो सुबह मसा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा, support me, इल्लल्लाह, बोलो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। जश्ने आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, जश्ने आमद रसूल अल्लाह, ओ बीबी आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, बीबी आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, जश्ने आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, जश्ने आमद रसूल अल्लाह। चेहरे मुस्तफा जब दिखाया गया, तो कौन सा चेहरा? अल्लाह फरमाता वद्दुहा वल्लैलि इज़ा सजा। चेहरे मुस्तफा जब दिखाया गया, छुप गए तारे और चांद, शर्मा गया, छुप गए तारे और चांद, शर्मा गया। आमिना देख कर मुस्कुराने लगी,
आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह बीबी आमिना के फूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह अल्लाह ही अल्लाह बोलो अल्लाह ही अल्लाह अल्लाह ही अल्लाह बोलो अल्लाह ही अल्लाह बोलो अल्लाह ही अल्लाह बोलो अल्लाह ही अल्लाह जश्न आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह जश्न आमद रसूल अल्लाह ही अल्लाह पढ़ो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मोहम्मद अरबी की ज़बान से सुनकर मोहम्मद अरबी की ज़बान से सुनकर मोहम्मद अरबी की ज़बान से सुनकर मलक बशर ने पढ़ा मलक बशर ने पढ़ा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह बोलो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Bolo Subhanallah. Our Mohammad says Subhanallah. Our Mohammad says Subhanallah. You know, saying Subhanallah once is amounting to planting a tree in Jannah. So if you want to plant the tree in South Africa, you will do anything. I mean, not only you, even me, but you're not aware that what is the reward of saying one Subhanallah. So keep accumulating this wealth. Keep accumulating this wealth. Yeah? When you climb up a ladder, go up, then you should pray, we should pray, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Come on, say, Allahu Akbar. And when we come down, we go down, we should say, Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. And we are walking on a flat surface. Then La ilaha illallah. Sometimes La ilaha illallah, sometimes Alhamdulillah. Did you ever think about the reason behind this? Yes, we obeyed because it is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But ponder over. That gives you more and more pleasure and impetus to act upon the sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is where I will bring those ayats now, which I have prayed. The ayats of Allah. Now what is the meaning of ayat? Ayat has several meanings. One of the meanings is sentence. A sentence of Quran is called ayat. Like, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen is one ayat. Right? One sentence. But another meaning is nishani, sign. Now these stars, sun, moon, trees, mountains, oceans, everything is signs of Allah. These are the signs of Allah. But we don't look at these things as signs of Allah. We see this is a tree, this is this is mountain. Oh, what a beautiful scenery. What a beautiful view. When you go on the beaches, we see, oh wow, this ocean is amazing. But we look at the creation. We remember the creation, the beauty of creation. But why don't we think about the Creator? Who has created this? Who has created this? Bring me back, if I forget, what's the reasoning behind saying Allahu Akbar, saying Subhanallah? I'll tell you, inshallah. Sometimes I might forget it in the flow of thoughts when I go away from the topic and then try to bring you back again, and then I might not remember. You have to remind me, okay? If I do, okay, inshallah. Allah Ta'ala says, now I'll do the tilawat of this, just to inspire you to pray Quran in beautiful voice. And this is also one of the commands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Zayyinul Quran bi aswatikum. Don't pray Quran just like that. No. Beautify Quran with your beautiful voices. Beautify it. It doesn't mean that we are going to beautify Quran. Who are we? In other words, it means Zayyinu aswatakum bil Quran. Beautify your voices with the recitation of Quran. It's not that we are beautifying Quran. Quran is beautifying our voice. Zayyinu aswatakum bil Quran. So I'll pray it. Okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا
Did you feel something? Yes. This is the way. I don't claim that I'm the best reciter, but I tried my best. You can try your best and leave to Allah the best. You try your best. Allah doesn't see your faces, He sees your intentions. If your intentions are right, you will get the rewards. If the intention is wrong, no matter what deed you perform, you won't get anything from it. So with the right intentions, even the small things matter. And these are the small things. You know, sometimes some problems come to teach you a lesson. About a year back, I think a year and a half, you know, I'm praying not since last 30 years, 35, 34 years now. And I have never ever had any problems with my throat, but before a year and a half, I had problems with my throat. And the doctors completely advised me to complete rest and don't ever say a single, forget about praying dance, do not even talk. So I still kept going to my school. I said, I'm not going to take leave. I'm not going to go and leave. I'm going to go and work. And how I worked? Alhamdulillah, I had a slate in front of me, a pad, and he used to give the instructions in writing to my staff. And amazingly, you know, when I was talking, the obedience was less. But when I went quiet, they were all coming to me, Sir, kya karna hai? Sir, kya karna hai? Batao, sir, kya karna hai? So sometimes we think that if we speak more, we get more rewards. No, khamoshi bhi ibadat hai. Khamoshi bhi ibadat hai. To keep quiet, just keep quiet. Man samat najat. जो खामोश रहा वो नजात पा गया. Unnecessary talking is going to cost us a lot. On the day of judgment, we'll have to account for that. Why did you say this? You know, one of the Buzuks, when he passed away, a person saw him in his dreams and asked him, how was the stage of qabr for you? He said, everything went right, but because of my one sentence, I'm still being tormented, being asked, and I can't reply. I don't have an answer for that. And what was that? He said, once it suddenly started raining. It started raining suddenly, and I just said, "ये कैसी बेमौसम की बारिश? What an unseasonal rain this is." And Allah is asking me, "How dare you say that it is unseasonal? Who brings the rain? To you or me? I know why it is being rained. I know why I'm sending this rain. So why did you question me that it is unseasonal? Now give me the reason." And I'm not able to. So just one sentence, and he is being asked. He has to account for it. So once I did one bayan at our Markaz Center, the Ismail Habib Masjid at Mohammad Road in Mumbai. So I did one bayan on Khamoshi ki Zaban. Khamoshi ki Zaban. And just I'll give one extract out of that. इंसान को पैदा होने के बाद, when a child is born, to learn what to say, he takes 4 years. To learn what to say, he takes 4 years. But to learn what not to say, he takes 40 years. Is that right? What not to say, it takes him 40 years. क्योंकि 40 साल में अक्ल पुख्ता होती है. 40 साल में अक्ल पुख्ता होती है. इसीलिए हुजूर हाफिज़ मिल्लत ने फरमाया था कि don't waste your time in experimenting things. Your forefathers, your ancestors, your Buzurgan-e-Deen, they have already experimented. So learn from them. Follow them. See, if I want to experiment that if I put my hand in fire, what will happen? It is going to burn me, right? So why should I do that? Because it's already established. It is already established, so I don't need to do those experimentation again. So the Buzurgan-e-Deen have established a lot of things. Right? They have established. If a person is having TB or cancer or diabetes or something, and if you go to the doctor and the doctor says, take this book of diabetes and read it and treat yourself, is it possible? The doctor will say, I have spent years and years to acquire this knowledge, but don't go beyond me, do what I say. So if you treat yourself with the book of medicine, there is danger of losing your life. And if you try to treat yourself without understanding Quran with the learned person authorities, there is a khatra of iman. Do you get me? That is why you follow them. That is why this taqleed is there. That is why the following is there. So, where was I? Yeah, okay. I'm still going to come back to that before. I was praying Quran. Beautify Quran with your beautiful voices. Or, in other words, beautify your voices with the beautiful recitation of Quran. So one lesson learned today, don't rush into your namaz. Yeah? Try as much as you can. Spend some time in front of Allah. Spend some time. Why do you want to run away from Allah? Finish quickly and run away from Allah. Why do you want the Qari which is the fastest? Does that solve your purpose? Does that solve your purpose? I'm not criticizing. I'm just inspiring you. Just trying a thought-provoking process, yeah? I can't change everything in 1 day or 1 hour. But छोटी सोच और पैर की मोच इंसान को आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती. छोटी सोच और पैर की मोच इंसान को आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती. Think big. Think of your generation next. That Alhamdulillah, we are fortunate to have be associated with ulama. What about this? The next generation. See, since yesterday, I think this is the 4th program, right? Is it? 3rd of the day, but totally it's the 4th. I couldn't see many youngsters in the. Did you not observe it? This is the generation 1. Where is the generation next? Why are they not coming? What shall we do to bring them? And if they can't come, why don't we go to them where they are found? Think about it. Da'wah, calling towards Allah, invitation towards Allah. There are 2 types of sunnats. Yeah. Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam delivered a lecture from Safa. When people couldn't come, he went to Taif. So call them. If they don't come, you go yourself. That we are not doing. If you find them in schools, catch them in schools. If you find them at something which is being done wrong at the place, go there and get them. If he is doing one thing wrong, one thing right, accept him. Take him in your folds and make him realize. Give it the love. Never try to defeat people. Always try to win people. Never try to defeat them. Don't just conclude that he is bad and just throw him away. No. Give them the confidence that yes, still nothing is lost. If you keep repenting, if you keep making tawbah, Allah is merciful. Subhanallah. This subhanallah is diminishing. Why is it? You need Nash Sharif, I think so. Okay, inshallah, we'll pray one Nash Sharif.
Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar. Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar. Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar. Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar.
How you say your nara? It should be loud enough, isn't it?
Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar. Narae takbir, Allahu Akbar. दिल के जब बदले हैं तेवर आया है तब तब मेरी ज़बान पर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर प्यारे नबी ने जीना सिखाया बाखुदा इंसान हमको बनाया प्यारे नबी ने जीना सिखाया बाखुदा इंसान हमको बनाया पहनाया अखलाक ईमान का ज़ेवर पहनाया अखलाक ईमान का ज़ेवर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर बोलो नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर सिद्दीक फारूक उस्मान हैदर असहाब अज़वाज शब्बीर शब्बर सिद्दीक फारूक उस्मान हैदर असहाब अज़वाज शब्बीर शब्बर इन सब का एहसान हम सब के ऊपर इन सब का एहसान हम सब के ऊपर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर बगदादी मैं खाना चलता रहेगा अजमेरी प्याला छलकता रहेगा बगदादी मैं खाना चलता रहेगा अजमेरी प्याला छलकता रहेगा बगदादी मैं खाना चलता रहेगा बगदादी मैं खाना चलता रहेगा बगदादी मैं खाना चलता रहेगा अजमेरी प्याला छलकता रहेगा नूरी मियाँ देंगे बरकाती सागर नूरी मियाँ देंगे बरकाती सागर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर बोलो नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर बगदादी में खाना चलता रहेगा अजमेरी प्याला छलकता रहेगा नूरी मियाँ देंगे बरकाती सागर नूरी मियाँ देंगे बरकाती सागर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर नारे तकबीर अल्लाहु अकबर सुभानअल्लाह. So I was praying that ayah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ardi wa ikhtilafil layli wan nahar. Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ardi wa ikhtilafil layli wan nahar la ayatin li ulil albab. الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. صدق الله العظيم. Did you like it? Would you like to pray like this? Start learning it. Start learning. You have to have a system in place. Age is not a factor. Intention is the factor. Bulbul-e-Baaghe ila Alhaj. Acquire knowledge from cradle to grave. Ilm hasil karo, god se gor tak. God se gor tak. Ilm hasil karo. There is no time limit, there is no age limit, there is nothing which should stop you from acquiring knowledge at any age. Kaal kare so aaj kare so tab. Start now. Jab jago tab saver. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. I was talking about the signs of Allah. Allah ki aayatein, Allah ki nishaniyan. Are you there?
Yes.
Hope you are there and you are not sleeping. Are you sleepy? Maybe a little bit hungry? Forget about the hunger and increase the hunger to go to Medina. Subhanallah. Increase the hunger to acquire the knowledge of Deen. Subhanallah. Right? Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ard. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, waqtilafil layli wan nahar, and the difference between the night and the day. See, night comes, then the day comes. Then again the night comes, then again the day comes. This is also a sign of Allah. And it will never ever allow you to get depressed if you see this sign. That however long the night, there has to be light after that. There has to be light after that. So Islam is not a mazhab. Islam is not a religion of sadness. It's not a religion of depression. It's not a religion of mayusi, disappointment. There is always hope. There is always hope. Kyun? Kyunki hamara Malik hai na. Believe in Allah. I will tell you one story about the safaris of South Africa. You know, so in safaris, the lions attack the cattle, the small animals, even the wildebeest, even the buffaloes, even they attack the elephants, not the big ones, but the small ones. And the lion is the king of the jungle. So once, a lion attacked a cow and started following the cow. And this cow started to run as fast as she could. And you know how far she can go. Cow is a poor animal. She's not as powerful as the lion or any other wild animal. So she started to lose her breath and give up. And she didn't know what to do, how to escape from the attack of the lion. And the lion was coming closer and closer. Suddenly, she found a puddle of the mud. Daldal jisko bolte hain. Kya bolte hain isko? Not a tala. It's like a pond, but it's full of mud. Yeah. I don't know the exact word over there. If you remember, tell me. So she jumped into that. She didn't know what to do, she jumped to do that. And following her, the lion jumped to do that. And you know, when the mud is so much, the more you try to escape out of it, you go and go deeper. Right? What's that? Quicksand. Quicksand. Okay, that was a quicksand. So I learned something from you too, mashallah. So this is how this is give and take. So she started, and she stopped there. And the lion was trying to catch her, and he was just throwing his legs and paws, and he started going deeper and deeper. And then the lion shouted, why did you have to jump here? You unwise cow, why do you have to jump here? If you would not jump here, I would have attacked you, I would have ate you, and at least I could have saved me enough 2 lives away. So at least I could have been saved. Why do you have to jump here? Look, now you are also going and I am also going. We both are going to die. The cow said, no, I am not going to die. You will die. He said, how? He said, do you have any master? Koi malik hai tumhara? Tumhara koi malik hai? Do you have any master? He said, I am the master of the jungle. He said, then die. I have a master. I have a master. When I start calling him, he will come and take me away. And she started saying, Amma. She started saying, and the Malik, the master started listen to her cries. And he said, what happened to my cow? So he went running there and she saw she her struggling to come out. So he pulled her out and the lion went deep into and sank into the sand. And that's how he died. So call the master. बोलो ना और प्यार से बोलो call the master. पुकार के तो देखो. Where is he? Quran says نحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد. I'm closer to you. I'm closer to you than your own artery. You know, the artery which supplies blood to your heart. I'm even closer than that to you. And where is Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam? An-Nabiyyu awla bil mu'minina min anfusihim. Nabi मुसलमानों के उनकी जान से भी ज़्यादा करीब. बोलिए ना? That's why we say Ya Rasulullah. He is not far away. As people make it out to, he is away. Why do you say Ya to him? He is not away. An-Nabiyyu awla. That is why Allah said, Sab say awla. So this awla is derived from Quran. And we don't know. We just pray naats. We don't understand. Let's pray. Sabse awla hamara nabi. Sabse awla hamara nabi. Sabse bala सबसे वाला हमारा नबी अपने मौला का प्यारा हमारा नबी अपने मौला का प्यारा हमारा नबी दोनों आलम का दूल्हा हमारा दोनों आलम का दूल्हा हमारा नबी सबसे औला आला हमारा नबी देता है देने को मुँह चाहिए कौन देता है देने को मुँह चाहिए कौन देता है देने को मुँह चाहिए कौन
औला हमारा नबी हमसदों को रज़ा मुज़दादी जेके है 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 बेकसों का सहारा हमारा नबी बेकसों का सहारा हमारा नबी सबसे औला हमारा नबी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के अज़ल से साया ये सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं क्या क्या मुझे शाहों के दर पे जा के मैं मांगू पड़ी है क्या क्या मुझे शाहों के दर पे जा के मैं मांगू खिलाता है मुझे मेरा खुदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के खिलाता है मुझे मेरा खुदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं मेरी रस्ते हर मुश्किल उधर जाती कतरा मेरे रस्ते हर मुश्किल उधर जाती कतरा कर देता है मुझे मुश्किल कुशा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के देता है मुझे मुश्किल कुशा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं इन्हें खाकर अबू बकरो उस्मान बनते हैं इन्हें खाकर अबू बकरो उस्मान बनते हैं ये रुतबे में कुछ ऐसे जुदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली में रहते हैं मेरे मौला अली फातिमा मसनैन के सदके मेरे मौला अली फातिमा मसनैन के सदके मेरी नस्लों को भी करना अता टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी नस्लों को भी करना मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली मेरे सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली मेरे शहरे इल्म खुद आका अली है उसका दरवाजा शहरे इल्म खुद आका अली है उसका दरवाजा दरवाजे से खाए जा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली मेरे दे सदा टुकड़े मोहम्मद के मेरी झोली मेरे दे
في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار लआयात लिकुल अल्बाब। बेशक ज़मीन और आसमान की पैदाइश में और रात और दिन की बदलियों में। I told you, night and then day, night and then day. Don't get depressed. Wait for the night to go and there will be day. There will be sunshine. Just wait. Be patient. Allah ma'as sabirin. Subhanallah. I will not allow you to sleep now. You are mine. Are you not mine? Say Subhanallah. Did you once notice any time? रात पहले है कि दिन पहले? Which comes first, day or night?
Night. Subah Sadiq.
Subah Sadiq. Okay. I can take difference of opinion. I don't mind. As long as you don't fight. Quran guides us about this. It's just like asking pehle anda ke pehle murgi. Egg or hen, what? Still people are not allowed to about able to sort it out. But Quran is sorted out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ. وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Quran is amazing. But we wait for someone to die and then pray Quran. Is it for only that purpose? Yes, it does help the marhum if we pray Quran. But is it not necessary that we pray Quran when we are alive? Why do we wait ourselves to go away and then others to pray Quran for us? Yes, the Isare Sabah is barhaq. It is barhaq. It does help us. It does help the marhumi. But it is not imperative upon us to read Quran when we are alive. कुरान गाइड्स us और हमने आप पर वो किताब नाजिल फरमाई जिसमें हर चीज का रोशन बयान है। I have revealed to you the book which explains everything clearly. Everything. Now we'll move from Quran. What comes first? Night or day? If you said day, okay? I'll tell you now. If you read Quran with attention and whenever there is zikr of day or night, day and night, Layl comes first, always. And Nahar comes to next. Layl means Raat, night. Nahar means day. Now you pray Surah Yasin. Many of us remember Surah Yasin by heart, don't we? Many of us. We don't pay attention to what we are praying. That is the point I was trying to make from the beginning. We just pray. And our mind is great, all great. We just pray. Listen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك أو كما قال الله لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار. पहले क्या आया नहीं means क्या आया means रात पहले दिन बाद take another ayah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا.
Pattern is the same. But the light is constant, you see. Wherever you pray Quran, you see, you'll find this light comes first. Even in this ayat which I am trying to explain it to you. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار. तो पहले क्या है? रात है. फिर क्या है? Now why this? There are so many things to learn which we do not know and our generations do not know. We are just spending time in describing others. Find out yourself in Quran. There are instances of Sahaba Ikram trying to find out where I am in Quran. It's amazing. It's amazing. Where do I stand in Quran? Where do I find myself in Quran? So they find themselves in the ayats of Quran. That is another topic. If I get to come next time, inshallah, remind me. I will tell you those ayats with which they try to find themselves in Quran. We don't have time to pray Quran. We have time to for everything. The first thing we do in the morning is to check WhatsApp. But is Quran not important than WhatsApp? It is indeed, definitely. The message from Allah is just wrapped in the gloves. And message from friends is getting priority. Think about it. Think about it. At least one ayat. Can you not do it? 3 ayats. Can you not do it? Build it up from there. Start from minimum. Strive for maximum. As much as you can. Because Allah Ta'ala is the creator. He knows man, how much can He take. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Quran says everything. Quran explains everything. It's there in Quran. See, we are used to big mahfil and nas. They are, yes, we get blessings from them, but we should have an environment of educating ourselves. With Nasharif. This is the recipe I am giving you. Raate bhi Madine ki, baatein bhi Madine ki. Why? Night first. When Adam alayhi salam was sent to this world, Jannat mein raat nahi hoti. There is no night in Jannah, in paradise. There's always light there. So he had never seen night. But when he came to this world, it was night time. So he got scared. What is this? I can't see anything. So he kept doing zikrullah. The dhikr of Allah. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. He kept doing zikr of Allah. And then when it dawned, light started to appear. And he felt good. So in the shukrana, thankfulness to Allah, he offered 2 rakats. That is Salatul Fajr for us. The same goes with all those namazes we pray, different backgrounds. Sunnat, this is the Fajr is the Sunnat of Adam alayhi salam. Zuhr is the sunnat of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Asr is the sunnat of Uzair alayhi salam. Maghrib is the sunnat of Dawood alayhi salam. Isha is the sunnat of our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. तो फर्ज भी सुन्नत है, फर्ज भी, पर हम सुन्नत छोड़ के भागते हैं कि मैं तो सिर्फ फर्ज पढ़ूंगा। तो तूने सुन्नत ही किया था, फर्ज जो पढ़ा है वो भी सुन्नत है। फिर के गली गली तबाह वो करे सबकी खाए क्यों, दिल को जो अक्ल दे खुदा तेरी गली से जाए। बोलिए ना, बोलिए ना। तो बात बहुत डीप पे चली जाएगी, पर इसी पे एक्सप्लेन करूंगा तो इल्म का दरिया बहुत गहरा होता है। बट आई एम गिविंग यू द टेस्ट ऑफ इट, टेस्ट ऑफ इट। Once you taste it, you want more. But if we don't give you the taste, who else will give you? So you want me to pray nas, and if I toe your lines, then we have had it, you know. I can pray not for full night. I tirelessly can pray not for full night. I promise you. But that is not my goal. That is not my goal. That is not my goal. Sunni Dawah Islami is here to educate. I don't claim to be a big scholar, but बल्लिगु अन्नी वलो करीब, पहुंचा दो मेरी तरफ से अगर एक ही आयत हो। If you just know one ayat, take it to the people, give it to them, tell them that this is what I know properly. Don't give any misinformation to people, right? So in the fi khalqis samawati wal ard واختلاف الليل والنهار, الليل والنهار. What is there? لآيات لأولي الألباب. There is signs for the people of intellect. There are signs for the people of wisdom. Why night comes before day? Why this earth was created? Why this asman was created? Samawat were created. Heavens were created and the earths were created. Do we ever think about it? Why I was created? Do we ever think about it? Quran answers. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Now if I talk about this, it will be another story. So I'm not going into that. Maybe next time inshallah. لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. And now who are these Uli al-Albab? People of wisdom. People of intellect, intellectuals. Allah says, now see, this is related with intellect. This is related not with jihalat. The one who was the most knowledge, who is the most knowledgeable person, for him is the ayat of Allah. Now Quran explains who are these intellectuals. He is the one who is getting the highest degree, the one who is having the highest post. Is he an intellectual? Allah says no. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ. Those who remember Allah. Bolo naam pyar se. Pyar se bolo subhanallah. Allah ko yaad karo. Those who remember Allah. Intelligence is associated with remembrance of Allah. If you are a big surgeon and a doctor, you don't remember Allah, you are not intellect. You are not an intellectual. You are a big businessman, and if you don't remember Allah, you are not an intellectual. You're just a normal person. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ. Now, Quran further explains, where do they remember Allah? When they come to masjid, when they come to bayan like this, when they come for a naat mehfil, that's the time, isn't it? When they are working in their offices, or in their surgeries, or in the anywhere else, places, schools, colleges, wherever, workplaces, then they don't remember Allah. Allah says no. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ. Those who remember Allah. قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. While standing, while sitting, and while sleeping. Lying down. Now, see the beauty of Quran. A human body can have only these three postures. Either we are standing, or we are sitting, or we are lying down. There is no fourth one. In every state. If you are standing in your office, you are doing work, your heart is doing zikr for Allah. You are praying Durood Sharif. If you are sitting somewhere, you are doing zikrullah. You are remembering Allah. Now it's not only about the tongue that you say Subhanallah. If you see something, and remember, inna fi khalqis samawati wal ard, how Allah has created you. This is beautiful, isn't it? The creation is such a beautiful thing. How beautiful. Now, we can't use this word beautiful, but how great Allah the Almighty is. Subhanallah. How great the Creator is. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. And then what they do? They do remember, وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Then they think. Then they think. They wear the thinking cap. Then they think. What they think? فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And this is a vast topic. It needs a series of lectures. I'm just giving just glimpses of that. يَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And when they understand the beauty of the creation of Allah, then they say, رَبَّنَا, Hey Hamare Rabb, O our Lord, مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. You did not create anything useless. Everything is useful. Subhanallah. مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. Subhanak. Paki hai tujhko. Tu subhan hai. Tu pak hai. You are pure. Now, Faqina Adab-an-Nar. Save us from the torment of Jahannam. Subhanallah. So when we see the signs of Allah, remember Allah. When we see the plants like this, natural plants, we remember Allah. When we see fruits, we remember Allah. When we see colorful things, we remember Allah. When we see the skies, we remember Allah. When we go and see some beautiful places, we remember Allah. Everywhere we go and remember Allah. That is the sign of the intellectual people. Subhanallah. I'm going to conclude on this, a few nans to conclude, so that Mahfil ends with nan, started with nan, ends with nan, enveloped in the praise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it will be presented by the angel in the barba of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sallallahu alayhi ya Rasulullah.
बदन मेरा उनकी जान में जमा के बदन मेरा उनकी बंद मोटी में सारा बागपन मेरा उनकी बंद मोटी में सारा बागपन मेरा आशिक़े नबी हूँ मैं वारिसे अली हूँ मैं आशिक़े नबी हूँ मैं वारिसे अली हूँ मैं लहू न पाएगा मैं लहू न पाएगा अशर तक सफन मेरा मन मेरा मैला न पाएगा अशर तक सफन मेरा आशिक़े नबी हूँ मैं वारिस अली हूँ मैं आशिक़े नबी हूँ से हम पर है साया साया हमें दोनों जहां में है सहारा पूरी दिल कहकर तसल्ली दी गुलामों को। क़यामत तक रहे देखो बंदा अज़ीज़ों को तैयार जब मेरे जनाज़े को लिख देना कफन पर नाम वाला। मैं लहू न पाएगा हश्र कर कफन मेरा, कफन मेरा मैं लहू न पाएगा हश्र कर कफन मेरा। अर्ज़ गज़ल मेरी है गंगा की ज़मीन कितने अर्ज़ गंग में मेरी कितने जम मेरा। मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा वतन मेरा वतन मेरा मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा मिलकर बोलो मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा सब मिल के बोलो मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा। तो ख्वाजा करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, तो ख्वाजा का करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, ये तो ख्वाजा का करम है। राजा क्या ने हमको अजमेर बुलाया, राजा क्या ने हमको अजमेर बुलाया। हमको दया अपना हमको दया अपना गुहर बार दिखाया। औकात न थी मेरी अजमेर में आओ, औकात न थी मेरी अजमेर में आओ। क्या खूब मेरे ख्वाजा है हमको निभाया, ये तो ख्वाजा का करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, ये तो ख्वाजा का करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, ये तो ख्वाजा का करम है। ख्वाजा की छठी आज है क्या धूम मची है, ख्वाजा की छठी आज है क्या धूम मची है। हर जग जरूरत पाक की महफिल जो सजी है, हर जग जरूरत पाक की महफिल जो सजी है। ऐसी बरस रही है यहाँ बारिश रहमत, ऐसी बरस रही है यहाँ बारिश रहमत। लगता है जैसे तो मदीने की गली है, तो ख्वाजा का करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, तो ख्वाजा का करम है मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, तो ख्वाजा का करम है। बोलो मेरे ख्वाजा का करम है, तो ख्वाजा का करम है। मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा हिंद है वतन मेरा, वतन मेरा मैं गुलाम ख्वाजा हिंद है वतन मेरा। आज के शफी समय अर्श से परे अर्श से परे जाकर मुस्तफा अर्श से परे जाकर मुस्तफा ने बतलाया। ये ज़मीन भी मेरी है, ये ज़मीन भी मेरी है, और है गगन मेरा मेरा, ये ज़मीन भी मेरी है। बोलो ये ज़मीन भी मेरी है, सब मिलके बोलो ये ज़मीन भी मेरी है। ज़मां तुम्हारे लिए, मकीनो मनो तुम्हारे लिए, चुनो चुनो तुम्हारे लिए, बने तो जानो ना तुम्हारे लिए, बने में ज़मां तुम्हारे लिए, बने में जान तुम्हारे लिए, आए यहाँ तुम्हारे लिए, मुझे वहाँ तुम्हारे लिए, तुम्हारी चमक तुम्हारी दमक तुम्हारी झलक तुम्हारी महक का निशान तुम्हारे लिए, हमें चमन चमन में समझ समझ में दुल्हन को सजाए में ऐसे मिलन ये अपनो अमा तुम्हारे लिए, इशारे से चाँद दिया छुपे हुए गोरे को फेर लिया, गए हुए दिल को असर किया, ये ताबो तवा तुम्हारे लिए, बाबू चले चले बाबू भले भले फूल खिले खिले दिल हो बदले आगे तले सीना में बोले तुम्हारे लिए नज़्मी मुझको निस्बत गुलशन मदीना से, नज़्मी मुझको निस्बत एक गली मेरी मेरा चमन मेरा मेरा एक गली रज़ा 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 उस चमनिस्तान करम की ज़हरा है गली जिसमें हुसैन और हसन जिसमें हुसैन और हसन फूल समझ हुसैन ये नबी रेहानत है, फातिमा कुर्रत है सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि, फातिमा कुर्रत है सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या रसूल अल्लाह। या हबीब अल्लाह या हबीब अल्लाह नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व यनाल बरकत कुल्लु मन सल्ला अलैहि व यनाल बरकत कुल्लु मन सल्ला अलैहि।
चमन
अच्छा रजा का चमन सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि साहिबान सुन हसीले अंजुमन साहिबान सुन हसीले अंजुमन मुक्तदा वसीहा अहले सुन्नत सुन्नत अदीब अदीब जुबान सुबह अदीब अदीब जुबान सुबह ये रज़ा का चमन है रज़ा का चमन ये रज़ा का चमन है रज़ा का चमन ये रज़ा का चमन है रज़ा का चमन ये रज़ा का चमन ये रज़ा का चमन है रज़ा का चमन इसमें असली मेरी ख्वाजा की है ख्वाजा 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 और गौस वरा की भी है ताज़गी और गौस वरा की भी है ताज़गी शैखिल्लाह या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी जिलानी शैखिल्लाह या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी जल्ली नूर दम गते आज़म 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 जिया चिराज ज़ुल्म गते आज़म जल्लल्लाह या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी जल्लल्लाह या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी दिल जितनी ये आके ये सर दिल ये आके ये सर दिल ये आके ये सर ये जिगर ये आके ये सर दिल जिगर ये आके ये सर ये दिल जिगर ये आके ये सर ये दिल ये जिगर ये आके ये सर जहाँ जहाँ रातों कदम कदम से आज़म या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी जल्लल्लाह या अब्दुल कादिर इतबदा या शेख जिलानी 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 ये रज़ा का चमन है रज़ा का चमन 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 One last one. Ready? Sallallahu alayhi ya Rasulullah wa sallam alayka ya Habibullah sallallahu alayhi ya Rasulullah
सब मिलकर पढ़िए सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मेरे ख्वाजा जा 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 मेरे ख्वाजा जा 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 मेरे ख्वाजा जा 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 मेरे ख्वाजा जा 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 सरकार की जान जी करी सरकार की जान जी करी मैं तो सब मिलाए जात जी करी मेरे बाजा जा 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 पता है सबर 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 अपनी मुराद पता है सबर सबर अपनी मुराद पूरी है हर तमन्ना आगा तेरी गली में मेरे बाजा जा 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 मेरे बाजा जा 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 के राजा मेरे बाजा जा 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 मेरे बाजा जा 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 फरीदो निज़ामो चराज दहली आजाब जब फरीदो निज़ामो चराज दहली सबने लगाया डेरा डेरा जा तेरी गली मेरे बाजा जा 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 मेरे बाजा जा 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 के राजा मेरे बाजा जा 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 मेरे बाजा जा 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 महाराजा ज़ेब 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 अदना गुलाम तेरे औरंगज़ेब ज़ेब अदना गुलाम तेरे सुल्तान तेरी गली में तारा तेरी गली मेरे बाजा जा 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 Too many ashar in this, so long. This is written by Allama Qabuzman Azmi. Page 807, Full Sharif or Haja Gharib Nawaz. I go there every year, alhamdulillah. And every year when I go, Haja Gharib Nawaz rewards me with 1 month cover. So, and I pray that, recite that month cover in front of Haja Gharib Nawaz every year, alhamdulillah. So this year also I wrote one more. But I prefer to read this because this is written by Muhammad Islam. Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. When somebody climbs up, he feels that he is a great personality. Like if you are having a big flat on the 20th floor, then people take pride in that. So to bring that pride down, it is said, when you go up, say Allahu Akbar. I am not the great. Allah is the greatest. No matter even if I land on the moon, Allah is the greatest.
And the person who landed on the moon, he said, I heard that azan, Allahu Akbar. Guru, na? Neil Armstrong, his name is. He has mentioned that I listened to, I could hear this Allahu Akbar then. So that's why, whatever height you acquire, doesn't matter. Allah is the greatest. Right? When you come down, go down, climb down. So going down, niche jana. Allah is far from this. He is eternal, He is elevated. Pasti se wo paak hai. Right? So while going back, Subhanallah, मैं नीचे जा रहा हूँ, but तू इससे पाक है. Subhanallah. Come on, बोलो. और प्यार से बोलो. And we get a flat, smooth surface. Alhamdulillah. Allah Ta'ala shukr hai. I can walk peacefully on this. And who has done this? La ilaha illallah. There is none worthy of worship, none. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the Raz. So now, when we know this and then we pray, it will make a difference. Think about it. And on the farmaish of the host, 3 verses of
खुशी के फूल खिले हैं, खुशी के फूल खिले हैं, आज मेरे ख्वाजा मिले हैं, आज मेरे ख्वाजा मिले हैं, खुशियाँ मनाओ झूम के गाओ मोरे अंगना मोइनुद्दीना जी मोरे अंगना मोइनुद्दीना अंगना मोरे अंगना मोरे अंगना मोइनुद्दीना शादी रची है, आजा पिया की शादी रची है, दूल्हा बने आजा उतना के पाले पाले अंगना मोइनुद्दीना सुभान अल्लाह Nabi salam alayka ya Rasul salam alayka ya Habib salam alayka salawatullah alayka al-badru alayna min saniyatil wada'i wajab الشكر علينا ما دعا للهداية يا نبي السلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك مرحبا يا خير الداعي يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله रोज़ा तेरा लब पे जारी ये सदा हो या नबी सलाम अलैका या रसूल सलाम अलैका या नबी सलाम अलैका सलावतुल्लाह अलैका सलाम अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह व अला आलिका व
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى سيدنا مولانا محمد وصحبه وسلم صلاة وسلام عليك يا حبيبي يا سيدي يا رسول الله. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا هذه الساعة المباركة. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا هذه المجلس المباركة. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا هذه الشهر المباركة. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. يا رسول الله ارحمنا يا حبيب الله اسمع قالنا إنني في بحر هم مغرق خذ يدي سهل أشكالنا. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا ولا على حبيبي بخير الخلق كلهم. فسجل يا الهي كل صعب بحرمة سجد الابرار سجد يا الهي رحمة فرما مصطفى के वास्ते या रसूल अल्लाह करम कीजिए खुदा के वास्ते मुश्किलें हल कर शहीद मुश्किल कुशा के वास्ते करबला रद शहीद करबला के वास्ते बंदा नवाजा कलीना कार सादा दस्तगीरा सरवरा शाह इस महफिल मुकद्दस को अपनी बारगाह बेकस पनाह में शर्फ कबूलियत अता फरमा. इस महफिल पाक सदका हम पर करम फरमा दे. हम तमाम के क़ुलूब को मोहब्बत रसूल का मदीना बना दे. हमारे घरों को रहमतों बरकतों का खजीना बना दे. ऐ मौला करीम हम तमाम इस महफिल के हाज़िरी की बरकत से तमाम के गुनाहों को माफ़ फरमा दे. तमाम के गुनाहों को ऐ मौला अपने करम से माफ़ फरमा दे. ऐ मौला हम तमाम का नाम नेकों में दाखिल फरमा दे, अच्छों में दाखिल फरमा दे, बुराई से बचने वाला बना दे, नेकियों से मोहब्बत करने वाला बना दे, फर्ज पाबंदी की तौफीक अता कर दे. हमारी नमाजों में इखलास खुशू और खुदू अता कर दे. ऐ मौला करीम हम तमाम पर करम की बारिश बरसा दे. हमारे मेहमान से हज़रत मौलाना कारी साहब की मौलाना कारी रिज़वान साहब की उम्र में बरकत अता कर दे. साउथ अफ्रीका का सफर उन्हें दवाई से मुबारक फरमा दे, माई से रहमत और बरकत फरमा दे. ये बंदा नवाजा इस महफिल मुकद्दस के सदक़े हम तमाम की खाली झोलियों को गौर इमाम से कर दे. इस घर को मुंबई नूर गुलशन नूर मखज़नी नूर बना दे. हम तमाम की हर जायज़ तमन्ना को पूरी फरमा दे. मदीना आना जाना हमारा मुक़द्दर बना दे. मदीना हमारा मस्कन बना दे. जन्नतुल बक़ी हमारा
اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار. يا عزيز يا غفار يا كريم يا ستار يا رحيم يا جبار يا خالق يا بار. اللهم أجرنا من النار. اللهم أجرنا من النار. اللهم أجرنا من النار يا مجير يا مجير يا مجير. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. اللهم أعنا على سكرات الموت. اللهم أعنا على غمرات الموت وقبل الموت وبعد الموت. سهل لنا سكرات الموت. سهل لنا سكرات الموت. سهل لنا سكرات الموت. الرضا والمغفرة يا الله في الدنيا والآخرة يا الله. هب لنا منك الرضا يا الله واعف عنا ما مضى يا الله. كلنا نطلب عطاءك يا الله ما لنا المعطي سواك يا الله. كلنا نرجو رضاك يا الله لا تخير من دعاك يا الله. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا واسعا وحلالا طيبا ولسانا ذاكرا وقلبا خاشعا وخلقا حسنا وعملا صالحا مقبولا وتوبة نصوحا ودعاء مستجابا وشفاء من كل داء وحجا مبرورا وسعيا مشكورا وذنبا مغفورا وتجارة لن تبور يا عالم ما في الصدور بفضلك وكرمك يا عزيز يا غفور وتوبة قبل الموت وراحة عند الموت ومغفرة ورحمة بعد الموت والعفو عند الحساب والفوز بالجنة والنجاة من النار اللهم ارحم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رحمة عامة اللهم اغفر أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم مغفرة عامة وألف بين قلوبهم وأصلح ذات بينهم وانصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أيد الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والكفرة واليهود والنصارى والمشركين اللهم شتت شملهم اللهم مزق جمعهم اللهم دمر ديارهم اللهم زلزل أقدامهم اللهم نقص رؤوسهم اللهم بدل أحوالهم اللهم خرب بلادهم وعددهم من المقهورين اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم तेरे प्यारे हबीब जनाब मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को कबूल फरमा आमीन। दौरान बयान और पढ़ते वक्त कुरान पाक की आयतों में या किसी भी वक्त हमसे सहमत हुई अगर ऐसी बात हो गई जिससे कुछ खता हो गई हो तो अल्लाह तेरे हबीब के सदक़े में माफ़ फरमा दे तौबा को कबूल फरमा दे अस्तगफिरुल्लाह रब्बी मिन कुल्ली ज़ंब व अतूबु इलैह अस्तगफिरुल्लाह रब्बी मिन कुल्ली ज़ंब व अतूबु इलैह अस्तगफिरुल्लाह रब्बी मिन कुल्ली ज़ंब व अतूबु इलैह لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين या अल्लाह जितने हाज़रीन हैं सबकी मुश्किलें आसान फरमा सबकी जायज़ बरातें पूरी फरमा सबको मदीने का मुसाफिर बना सबको तेरे हबीब की शफाअत नसीब फरमा आसिदीन के हसद से बचा ज़ालिमीन के ज़ुल्म से बचा मुनाफिकीन के निफाक से बचा शर पसंदों के शर से बचा यहूद व नसारा की साजिशों से बचा नफ्स और शैतान की शरारतों से बचा बुरी नज़र वालों की बुरी नज़र से बचा जादू टोना करने वालों को सहर से बचा अमल में खुलूस अता फरमा रियाकारी से बचने की तौफीक अता फरमा सूफी दावत इस्लामी के पैगाम को इखलास के साथ दुनिया के कोने कोने तक पहुंचाने की ताकत कुव्वत इल्मी सलाहियत और असबाब अता फरमा या अल्लाह हम सब का खात्मा बिल खैर फरमा मरते वक्त कलमा नसीब फरमा कब्र में महबूब का जलवा नसीब फरमा उनके हाथों कौसर का प्याला नसीब फरमा उनकी शफाअत नसीब फरमा उलमाए अहले सुन्नत की उम्रों में बरकतें अता अमीर सुन्नी दावत इस्लामी हज़रत मौलाना हाफिज़ क़ारी मोहम्मद शाकिर साहब अब्दुल्लाह नूरी की उम्र में और उनके इल्म में अमल में फज़ल में ज़हानत में मनानत में खूब बरकतें अता फरमा और अल्लाह तेरे हबीब जनाब मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम खुसूसन हमारे मेज़बान जनाब फ़कीर बहादुर साहब उनके अहले खाना जनाब मुश्ताक अब्दुल्ला साहब और उनके अहले खाना और जितने हाज़रीन हैं सबके अहले खाना को दोनों जहां की खैर अता फरमा और हर शर से पनाह अता फरमा तुझे फज़ल करते नहीं लगती बात न हो तुझसे मायूस उम्मीदवार जब दमे वापसी हो या अल्लाह लब पे हो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और अल्लाह तबारक व तआला फी शान हबीबिल करीम إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما
اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا محمد خاتم الجود والشرف والسلام
عليك يا رسول الله سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.